Hi guys. I know you guys are waiting for the pick a card reading. Sorry it's so late. This is going to be an interesting one because I pretty much was put in the retrograde energy. And what I mean by that, the Mercury retrograde energy kidnapped me. And one of the things, and it was like in a sense of it was in its own vortex is the best way to describe it. And it was phenomenal. And the one thing I can say about this is some of you I feel are probably not liking the retrogrades. I know we have several of them. I know Jupiter's retrograde, Mercury's retrograde. I think Saturn is too, if I'm not mistaken. I think a lot of us think retrogrades and we think, oh my God, really? Like, you think terrible of them. But the thing is, they're actually wonderful. And that's what I experience here. And it's not like to say that I've been feeling crappy retrograde. I've actually been feeling pretty freaking amazing. Not to brag. It's just, I've been feeling really freaking amazing. And that's one when I say that again. And it's, I think, knowing, understanding, and being within the retrogrades and allowing the lessons to come in and allowing the purge to happen and allowing things to go where they need to go. And rather than fearing and hating a retrograde, I've embraced it. And that's what I just did. On my group, I will post what exactly the retrograde put me into. But it threw me back quite a few years. And to the point where I start channeling songs with these groups. And I'm gonna give you the songs. I will say, I will honestly give you the lyrics because it's not all the song, but I will give you the lyrics of the songs that are channeled for each group in the Facebook group I have and on Instagram. Yes. If I decide to put this on there. But one of the things, one of you has a headache or having migraines, or one of you are clearing out your crown chakra. One of you, some of you, I have no idea, and I'll tell you this, when I was just pulling group these cards, you guys were the ones that had this little ping in the top of your head. And I'm like, oh my God, something's going on here. I haven't even, as you see, I haven't even opened the deck. I don't even know what's underneath these. So it's going to be very interesting. Before I forget, the decks we're using is Tarot de la Newt by Los Scarborough. I always pronounce the name wrong. And the Oracle, Wisdom of the Night. Oracle cards. So we're going to start doing this in about 45 seconds. If you pick more than one group, I do highly suggest really follow your intuition. Do muscle testing. If you don't know what that is, Google it. Do some muscle testing. Just follow intuition on which particular one, because they were a little different. The energies I found all had their little differences with them, okay? I did grab some overall energy, which we will really discuss. Apparently we want to discuss in the beginning. So there is movement going on, and that's what people are feeling, and it's not easy for some people. It's like some of you have been in this stagnant energy for so long, and something happens, and then it's boom. And it's a little uncomfortable. Retrogrades can do that. But the thing is, embrace these changes. Embrace the lessons that come in and say, thank you, universe. Thank you, whoever you believe in. And one of the things is this movement is creating an action. Three of Wands is creating an action of what you've long awaited for. And that is communication. That is meeting someone new. That is opportunities. Because this is the Grove, which is one of your peaceful, wishful places to be. And you want to be in a higher vibration. You want to be connected to source. You want to be connected to the earth. You want to be more intuitive. You want to be more connected to that person you feel connected to or want a connection of that sort. And you feel empowered at this when you have that connection. And some of you are feeling empowered now, and it's bringing in this connection. And this is where you need to be, is getting that sense of self-empowerment, feeling strong, feeling sure, feeling very in yourself. And that's where that self-love is going to bring in that movement to your partner you're thinking of, whether it's a soulmate, divine partnership, all that kind of stuff, okay? So this is where the readings will start, 505, perfect. Okay, so group 1, your song, I will say it. Now, the reason I say you may not want to listen to these because I'm going to guarantee most of you, and this is part of the retrograde, what it brought me into, most of you do not listen to screamo heavy metal bands. And that's okay. What the retrograde ended up doing is bringing me back to a very, very young time of mine. And yes, and it was amazing. My poor neighbors, though, for me dancing. Oh. But, yeah, so anyways, I will give you the lyrics in the group. So the song for group 1 is by a band called Skylit Drive. And this band is not really like super well known, so it's a little more isolated. And I believe the song is called The All-Star Dairies. And I will leave some of the lyrics side channel for that with you guys, okay? So let's take a look. This is going to be for love interest, so who you're thinking of or what you want coming in, or what they're working on, or what you could be working on, okay? I left it very open. Okay, so we got 10 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, and 6 of Pentacles. This is a work in progress and completing a cycle. It's already a dead giveaway there. So whether that be you, whether that be them, somebody is ending a long-term commitment if they were in a third-party situation. And if you were aware of this situation, it's turning into their favor. It's turning into your favor. You have a sense of knowing of it. Some of you, it's been your long time coming reward for all the crap you went through, all the lessons, all the deep dark night of the soul. It brought you in this sense of empowerment, because I'll tell you right now, look at this 6 of Pentacles. That's a Queen of Wands, or in her power, waiting, knowing her gifts are. She's holding a piece of it. She's like, I already know it's coming. It's been a long time coming for you. And you can see in the 10 of Wands, this is a long-term, I wouldn't say wait, I would say long-term building up and having a rebirth of what you coming from where you came from to becoming what you are. This is a rebirth from longing for something and always ending in disappointment into rebirthing into something that's going to be stable in what you deserve, what is balanced for you at this time. And that's beautiful. And it could be coming in this coming fall. I don't like to usually use time frames, but the fall energy really speaks to me in this card. So that is beautiful. The 7 of Pentacles is all about having patience. But if you look here, I feel it's more of facing. Some of you right now, while you're in this vibration, can go back and forth into a, not necessarily low self-esteem, but a heavy self-critic. Because you see what she's doing here. She's beautiful, gorgeous woman. Ugh. Let's see if I get like for that. Perfect. Gorgeous woman. But you can see a part of her hand is dark and kind of like werewolf-like. And it's tearing your skin apart. It's almost like nitpicking things about yourself. And it's exposing some emotions that need to be cleared. Some of you need to dance to raise your vibration. Some of you need to go out and treat yourself to an outfit and a spa day, again, to raise your vibrations. If you're in a negative aspect when it comes to the 10 of Swords, where you're just tired and you're waiting and you've been constantly disappointed one after the other, you need to end that. And I'm not going to say it's going to end that and a new beginning comes in. That ends when you do the work for that. Okay? And that's burning old bridges that don't serve you. Okay? And in this case, if that's you, then this is something that you have to really go deep within and figure out what needs to be cleared out. What is so deep and emotional that you're not letting go of? Okay. As for the person coming in, like I said, the person coming in this is definitely somebody who was in a committed relationship, a long-term relationship, that is going up in flames, so to speak, and it is turning into their favor, which means it will be a good ending for them, and obviously that goes into your favor as well if you knew about it. And this is to keep working on yourself and to accept imperfections. Look at that, we have obedience, so there's the balance scale again, working in your favor. And you have belonging. Oh, it's beautiful. So what I get here is this change is a sense of belonging somewhere else. So what I mean by that is this person could have felt like they belong somewhere else entirely. So maybe they were in that relationship and then they realize it doesn't feel right and they feel more connected to you because it feels like home in that kind of essence. And vice versa if that's you. There's a sense of clarity. There's that clarification in the obedience with the Ace of Swords. There is a sense of clarity and there's balancing that's occurring now and that's going within and using your intuition about a connection. So if you're feeling strongly connected to someone, know that it is reciprocated. And we have this movement going on right now. And this is a lot of Wands energy. So it's rapid energy movement. So when it comes to your love life, it's in your favor. You have the control on this. That's something I'm going to strongly say here, especially Six of Pentacles. And within that Six of Pentacles is that Queen of Wands. You are strong. You are empowered. You have the decisions. You are in control of your love life and what you make it out to be. And if you think it's ish, then you need to change it. Because you're just going to stay in that ishy energy, no one wants that. And if you have a connection to someone and you feel deeply connected to it, who happens to be in a third-party situation, let it be work, let it be distance, let it be another person. I hope you weren't waiting on them obsessively. I'm just going to say that. But if you had this, third-party situation, it is ending, it is going in your favor, it's going in their favor, and there's going to be news, clarity, information that you'll see, a synchronicity about this connection. And that this person does feel that sense of belonging, and that belonging is with you and not someone else they were thinking of. And if it was them planning on a job, they feel this connection has more value than what they make at their job. Alright guys, so this is group 1. Alright, so you guys have, take what resonates, leave the rest if it doesn't. Alright, so let's get group 2 going. You have 6 of Wands, 5 of Cups, and the Magician. Along with Playful and Success. So the song you guys have, oh my god, let's please remember it, come on, is Bullet for My Valentine is the band. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was Always and Forever. Again, I will put these down there mainly because some of them this was a band I particularly don't listen to a lot, but I was drawn to this one. But anyhow, and it makes sense because I do remember some of the lyrics, and there is a separation here for those. This is a connection to someone that's hurt you before, someone that has left you empty-handed, who left you practically in the middle of the night. This is someone you had sexual intimacy with. This is someone who you've been wishing, hoping, praying, throwing coins into the water and the fountains, just praying they come back to you. This is someone for a long time that you've wanted back. Now, whether you're doing the work, let's say on yourself, whether you're doing the work on yourself is going to be whether or not this reading is for you. Because what I see here with the 5 of Cups is someone who isolated themselves And this could have been past energy, and who you're connecting with. This is someone who you have a deep connection with, deep emotions and feelings for, and it's vice versa. And they're permanent, they're set in stone for you. And it's a sense of knowing who this person is for you. This is your person. And after a lot of trials and tribulations, I like to call them, there's a message coming in. Your ship's coming in about a movement, and it's successful. It's like what you've manifested is finally coming through. Because here, if you guys see, first off, you have the Magician, which is a very powerful energy to have. Remember, the Magician is good or bad depending on your vibration. It's either attracting the negative or attracting the positive. So if they're feeling in that 5 of Cups energy versus that 6 of Wands, successful and empowered, then we need to switch that. I feel like some of you are going back and forth in that, and there has to be consistency in your energy. Otherwise, that ship stays stagnant. And the reason I say there's something coming in is because she's looking, awaiting that ship. If you look in there, and it's like, it's coming, but there's a sense of impatience. There's a sense of stagnant energy because you're only focusing on the romantic aspects versus healing yourself. If you've had this deep connection with this person, you know to be more working on tuning up yourself and raising your frequency, your vibration, and when you do that, they come forward. So I feel like some of you, and here's the 6 of Wands, and you see her, she's very strong. She almost resembles the Queen of Wands energy in the first group. And it's that sense of being empowered, being confident, knowing what's meant for you will be for you, and in the end, it's overall success. Now, I feel some of you are juggling with this energy. Sometimes you're 5 of Cups energy, you're just over emotional, you're disappointed, you wake up, it's not there, there's no good morning text, there's like, hey, I need to talk to you, hey, I miss you, there's none of that, and you bounce from that to the 6 of Wands of, I'm moving forward, I'm welcoming anything that comes through, I'm ready to take on this chapter of my life, I'm ready to set the world aflame, I'm ready to take control and welcome in a new lover. I'm ready for my commitment. I'm ready for that meant to be. I know this person is meant for me, and this is it. It's like you go back and forth in between these energies, and there needs to be a balance. And in this case, there definitely, I would rather stay in the 6 of Wands energy, just so you know. You also have, for your oracle clarifications, playful, cute little kitty, and success. So again, there's a scroll, there's a communication aspect. Here we go. We have movement as the overall energy. And this is something that you have to stay in a higher vibration to receive this message, to succeed in this partnership you're asking for. If you're single and you don't have anyone particular you are interested in, but you're wondering why you're still single, why isn't your soulmate in, why isn't your ex-partner in, it's because you're going back and forth into high energy and low energy, and there has to be a balance. You can go really, really high, but the thing about going really super duper high is hard maintaining that high frequency, that feel good energy all the time. So when you go down low, you stay low. And that's where, like you can see here, her tail's stuck in the rock. She can't move. It's like when you go low, you go low. And sometimes it takes you a bit to get out of it. And what I want to advise you here is to, be a little more gentle to yourself. That's what the playful card is about. Being a little more gentle to yourself, listening to your intuition, listening to your guides. And I'm guaranteeing they're telling you, relax. The person comes in when you're at the right frequency to match that person. That person has that same energy you do. So I will tell you this. If you're single and you don't have anyone like expecting to come in, like you're not waiting for someone, and you stay in this vibration, you're going to get a douchebag. If you're maintaining this vibration, you're going to get a King of Wands, an Earth King. You're going to get these empowered, strong, intuitive, and grounded men. Or women. And saying you're going to get them, and they're going to be playful with you and business on another side. And they're going to be very successful. But you have to stay in that vibration because that vibration is your own. Okay? And that sense of waiting, there's this difference between waiting and actively waiting. So if you've been waiting for someone to come in and that's all you've been focusing on, and you've watched 120 tarot card readings, you've gotten several readings about it, and you really haven't worked on yourself even though you said you would, yeah, you need to get out of that. And that's waiting. That's stagnant energy. That's low frequency. You're not attracting anybody at that unless it's a douche. The other energy is actively waiting. So if you are actually going within, working on yourself, working on your life path, what you want to do, building yourself up, being successful in every endeavor, and being in your, maintaining your vibration in a high frequency into where it allows you to connect to someone in that same field, that's actively waiting. Okay, so that's that is my suggestion for you guys, is balance in order to receive this, in order to have success in love, and to not attract a page, but attract a king. All right, guys, that was group 2. All right. And group 3. Okay. So we have the Empress, beautiful. The Sun, amazing. The 7 of Cups, also a gorgeous card. You also have this guy here, Invisible, and Summon. Your guys' song, I'm gonna be honest, I can't remember right now, but it was Bullet as well, which was weird. I was like, okay, Bullet for my Valentine. And again, put the songs in the group. All right. So what I got here are some very, very strong women, or divine feminine energies. You can be a man or a woman with this. Contemplation, isolation. You guys, if you're looking for the twin flame clarification, that would be this. What I see here is a purification process. There is definitely a detoxing going on here. Okay. There was something within yourself that's connected to an old relationship. Okay, that wasn't very communicative. If it was communicative, it sucked. As I'm being choked. That was deep, emotional, yet communication has been like, I'll say that. If in the past it was not the best communication, and if communication. So I would honestly, I feel like this has put you in a little bit of a sad time, which is ironic because you have the Sun here, and I'll explain that. I said this puts you in a bit of a isolation, a hermit mode, because it's now having you going in and figure out, why am I sad? What is going on? There's a lot of self-development here, and it's spiritually connected because you got 2 7s here. You got the 16, which is a 7, and this is the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups is usually about choices, and it's like you've chosen to isolate yourself to meditate on the actions that have happened recently. It's almost like you kind of question the connection that you have now. Because if you look at the Empress, she's just like sitting there. She could tell she's a little tired. She's been waiting forever. She's like, excuse me. And look, here's another waiting card. And it's like, when is this going to happen? When is this person coming in? When is this love going to flow? When is the light at the end of the tunnel? It's the kind of thing. When am I summoning my wish? Here it is. It's so close. I can feel it. Why am I not seeing it? That's what it feels like. And it's a stagnant energy. And it's not to say you are waiting in a negative way. It is, I do feel actively waiting. But there's like a piece of the puzzle missing here. And what it is, you guys, before you hit that connection of communication, of forward movement into that divine partnership, you are missing a piece. And this is what the retrograde is bringing out, I feel. there is something that's clouding your judgment on something. So again, if you have had no communication, I feel like you guys are questioning that. And some of you are questioning the feelings that this person has for you. And you're making a decision on what to believe. And this is to always listen to your heart when it comes to this. And I feel you guys do still feel that connection. Some of you have been dreaming and they've been in your dreams, but there's nothing going on in real life, in physical world. And it kind of puts you in this, well, what do I do? What's going on? How does this work? I feel like for some of you, and this was the group, I'm going to tell you, that I was getting these little headache pings off my head. And I feel like you're purging right now. And this is what's going on. There's a piece of the puzzle here that's purging. And the red is what I'm drawn to. So you could be dealing with a root, a sacral, and usually root is red. But I'm feeling like it's the masculine chakras that I'm being drawn to for you guys. So root, sacral, and solar plexus. Root especially. It's almost like you've been so caught up in your emotions and questioning this and caught up in your emotions of feeling them so much, because you can over-connect to someone. And how you do that is really merging your energies together and not having a boundary set up. You could be feeling their emotions even if you don't talk to them, and you're merging them with yours, and you're confusing yourself. And what this is a sense of invasion of boundaries. I don't care if they're your twin flame, I don't care if they're your soulmate, your divine partnership. That's an invasion of boundaries, and you need to have that respect for both of each other. And it's not, I was like, and this is something that's easily fallen into when you really go in and you start listening to those deep emotions and merging them with that person. So my advice here, because this is a reading, this is an interesting one, because this love reading is actually about, you're very close. No one gets the sun card and just, it's not casual. You're very close to your wish coming true, your happy ever after here, your new chapter. You're very close to it. But there's something in this, look at as her dress is actually being, it's got blood all over it. It's like the blood is actually being wiped away. And as it descends, it's revealing her new dress, her new enlightened self, her new vibration, her new confidence and stillment and trust within this connection. So I will say there's something missing that you're not seeing. Because on all of these, except for one, you got your eyes shut. This is the one where you don't have your eyes shut. Everything else, my eyes shut. My eyes shut. I suggest going into meditation. Okay? Going into meditation. Figuring out what's causing this imbalance. Just listen to your body. Listen to where the energy goes. Guarantee you'll discover it. And I feel like once you get this in tune, you'll be summoning this flow, this movement. I feel like the movement's not happening just yet for you guys. Hi guys, sorry about that. I lost gigabytes, so I need to be quick with this. As I was saying, group 3, your energy felt the heaviest. And what I feel is that there's two particular places I'm drawn to, and one is the heart chakra and one is the root chakra, and one is a sense of boundaries. So some of you may have just really dug into that other person's energy. I know some people know how to do that, where they can sense and telepathically communicate with their other half. And the thing is, like, you soaked up in so much of their energy, you're now merging them, and it's causing confusion. And now it's causing a clog, because now you attract what they're in, and if they're not in a good place, that's what happens. But there's a clearing in the heart chakra that needs to happen. There's a clearing in the root chakra that needs to happen. Then there's a sense of boundaries that has to be in place there. There's a sense of openness and communication and knowing within what is meant for you. And having what's in your heart and knowing that there is someone for you and you know who it is. Okay, and that was 111 when I said that. It won't show it on when I merge these, but that was 111 when I restarted this. And I feel like you guys will get out of this stagnant energy. It just is like one little fire that sets it off. There's one little piece of the puzzle and you will get this. And at that point, you start going back in alignment and summoning more of this connection coming into your physical world. So, and I'm not telling you to wait for one person. I'm saying for anything, whether it is a twin flame connection or whether you're waiting for anyone to come in or whether it's a soulmate, doesn't matter. What I'm seeing is there's a block and they're not coming in because you got to take care of this block. And it is connected to your feminine side. So it is connected to your inner work that you have to do. And it's your root and your heart chakra in particular. And you'll be feeling these movements in your body for clearing. And that, just know in the end, when this is, as you clear, you get closer to your wish coming true, your manifestation, your happy ever after. And to just keep looking forward and don't look back. All right, guys, you have a good one.